High Level is a full CRM and marketing platform, and I've used some of the best in the SaaS industry. Happy Wednesday. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X. I think that's it. I forgot to connect my Instagram. I will do that here soon. But in the meantime, we've got some really hot topics to talk about tonight. AI, of course, is not going anywhere. In the newsletter last week, we found 78% of businesses are adopting AI. So obviously adoption isn't the problem. The problem is actually making revenue with it. So if you've got a lot of problems, AI is just going to make those problems bigger. So let's talk about it. We want to hear from you in the comments. This show is for you. So if you are here, put your comments or your questions in the comments, and we'll pull them up on screen so you can join our conversation. But in the meantime, just let us know you're here by telling us where you're from. I'm here in Westerville, Ohio. And my name is Jessie. I work in marketing. I run an agency. What do you do? Put it in the comments. We want to know who we're talking to. But we have some really great guests to get into and to introduce you to tonight that I want to bring on stage here in just a moment. But hey, I see there's 14 of you just on YouTube. Say hi in the comments. We want to know who you are. But I want to tell you a little bit about StreamYard. We're streaming tonight on StreamYard. StreamYard is a live stream production platform that you can also use for podcast only. Obviously, here at Reviting, we specialize in live streaming, and then we repurpose it to podcast, short form video, and all of those things. But it all starts here. We tested out a lot of different platforms. StreamYard is great because it's a preferred LinkedIn vendor. It's one of the most budget-friendly preferred LinkedIn vendors. It allows us to be super creative. We can play our videos, do all of our things with no limitations. It's got AI involved now, so they're clipping up videos for us afterwards. And I've had a really great experience with it. And I would suggest that you try it out too. If you scan this QR code right here, or just send me a LinkedIn DM, I'll send you my affiliate link. And I'd love to help you get started on StreamYard so you can start streaming too. But of course, some people don't want to do it themselves. They want it done for them, which in that case, just go to reviting.com and sign up and we'll help you start live streaming. But before we get into that, live stream here in just a moment. I mean, we are live streaming, but the real Wednesday show where we actually talk about the topics. In just a moment, we'll get into that, but I want to tell you about Cherry Assistant. I talk about them every week. You know that Cherry Assistant helps you delegate by helping you find virtual assistants from around the world who can do the tasks that you need help with. So for us, we work with people in South Africa and the Philippines who help produce live streams, help edit videos. There's a whole lot of things that VAs can do. So maybe that's not what you need. Maybe something that you need is like, I don't know, an executive assistant or a bookkeeper. But you never know. And they're actually really awesome to work with. So maybe there's someone around the world who could work with you and help you build your business. So scan this QR code, or if you're listening on podcast, just go to cherryassistant.com. Make sure you let them know that you heard about them through WinsDay for $250 off your first month. Other than that, let's bring on our guest. Layla, what do you say? We've got Layla here in the background. I see Buggish in the comments. AI is so good. I agree, Buggish. Thank you so much. But Chris, Ryan, thank you for being here.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, in good old-fashioned Wednesday style, we want to know your full life story from birth to what brought you to now. Of course, everyone should go find their LinkedIn because I've asked them not to share their resume. So go find their resume and their credentials on LinkedIn. But we want to know the real juicy stuff that makes you tick. Chris, could you kick us off?
Sure, I'd love to. So I'm Chris Carter. I live here in Wisconsin, which is the neighbor to our soon-to-be 52nd state. Just a joke to all my Canadian friends. I was busting a friend of mine up in Toronto today. So literally very blessed. I started in technology, got a Commodore VIC-20 when I was 14 years old, and I started on computers and started playing on them and learning them, started growing with it. became a computer technologist, and between technology and sports, that was my whole life. Baseball player, football, and such in high school, then went to college and played baseball and still worked on computers. Went through the technology realm, started a number of different companies, and now currently running 3 companies, 7 Spotify stores, and I'm an investor in multiple sports entities. So I'm very blessed because I also have 2 incredible daughters and a wife who my 27th anniversary is tomorrow.
Nice.
And she doesn't know when I've got her yet. So
Wow, that's lovely. I love that so much. Well, I guess I won't ask what you got her since we're live.
nope, because she might be
one
upstairs
downside.
listening.
I hope that I don't know, maybe take a picture and post it on social or something because now we all want to know.
I will be doing that later. It will be
Okay,
on my
awesome.
socials. I guarantee it.
So sweet. Oh, thank you for sharing, Chris. So Ryan, could you do the same now and share your full life story?
Of course, of course. My name is Ryan Bales. I own a digital agency out of Tyler, Texas. But how I started was I was an accountant before I ever got into any kind of digital. I started my own Shopify store selling Baylor University gear and got enamored with coding and marketing and figuring everything out that way. Dropped the accounting stuff and went straight into marketing and start promoting other people's things, including my own things. I've been doing this for the past 10 years now. I've had a lot of success with my business partner, Seth Zimler. We have two offices, one in Houston, one in Tyler. But besides my business, let me tell you a little bit more about myself. I am a lifelong resident of Tyler. I went to Baylor University and then got my MBA from UT Tyler. I actually do a lot of hobbies. I'm a hobby hopper. I like to brew my own beer. I like to make my own watches. I do my own pool maintenance. I just kind of do everything my mind can kind of think of. I want to figure out and I'm going to get it done. So that's just kind of the way I tick, and this the way I live my life.
The way you tick and the way you live your life. I
Yeah.
love that. That's so
Love
good. Well, I was just here commenting to our WinsDay winner community, which, by the way, anyone listening, if you want to join the WinsDay winners, we get guests like you both. I don't know if you're on WhatsApp. We'd love to have you. And other guests, as well as some other live streamers who we help, are in a WhatsApp group. We put it on mute. We support each other on LinkedIn and all the social channels. But if that's something anyone here is interested in, come and join us. It's a really uplifting group of founders and marketers who are doing some awesome things, supporting each other with AI through all of this like content creation stuff. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, just chatting with the group here on the side. But if you want to just send me a DM and we'll get you in there. Other than that, let's get into our first topic. How better humans will lead AI sales. How better humans will lead AI sales. Okay. So how will that happen? Can you kick us off? This is your topic, right, Chris?
This is my topic. Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been very fortunate. I've been speaking at a lot of universities over the last 2 years now on this topic. AI is a great starting point for individuals in colleges and such. But when in the real world, when you come to my company, I need you to be a bigger, better, faster, stronger human being, because the bigger, better, faster, stronger human being is going to lead by up-leveling themselves first and foremost. And since AI and the human interaction is nothing more than an infinity loop of the two together, it is the human handing off to AI, AI handing off to you as the human again, and back. There's a great book by Jeff Wolf, Geoff Wolf, who talks about having an interaction, a human interaction with your tool. I use Gemini. We and I have it's BFF. And so because you're uplifting yourself by the usage of AI, you're becoming a bigger, better, faster, stronger human. And it's going to lead to a bigger, better, faster, stronger capabilities, learning, understanding, business capabilities. And so when I speak to these young people, I tell them, uplift yourself, utilize the tools. The tools are meant to help you. And in turn, it's going to create that infinity loop together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Got to have the human in the loop.
No,
Can't
I
do it.
absolutely, Chris, I absolutely agree with you on this. I think AI is one thing that has been a benefit to a lot of people, and being able to figure out kind of what they want to do, how they want to do it, get the things done that they couldn't figure out themselves. And that's how you become the better human, is being actionable, being able to get things done. And that's one thing AI can help you do, is get the things done that might have been a hard task in the past.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
What are some of your favorite things to do with AI, Chris?
Oh gosh. So I'm an old coder monkey. I used to code all the time. I work with my Google Gemini. I work with my Notebook LM. I work with my anti-gravity, which is similar to Claude and others. And I love building. I love to understand and create. I could wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and have an idea. And I literally have this thing at the side of my bed, and I will literally make a chat to my Gemini, and Gemini will take that information and put it all together. And I may not go to sleep. I may have to sneak out of my room and take and go and move into the restroom or another part of the house so my wife doesn't wake up. But I just love having those conversations with it. And then when my brain kicks in, I ask it a question to ask me a question about what I was thinking about at that time, why I was thinking about it, what was my modus operandi for building or creating something. And so I love having conversations with my BFF, my work BFF.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, definitely. I got to know for you too, Ryan, like what's your favorite thing to do with AI? And what are your favorite LLMs too?
All right. So my favorite, I use ChatGPT, but I'm kind of moving over to Claude, given the capabilities of it with what I do.
Okay.
Claude's great for coding. Claude's great for SEO. Claude's great for a lot of things, but Chat is my best friend because they were always there at the beginning. And it's not all about business on Chat for me. I mean, I look up literally, I said I build watches. So I look up different dials and different movements and stuff and try to build stuff that would look cool and see how it looked before I ever spend any money on any materials, stuff like that. Or honestly, I have a pool and I have to figure out how to do pool maintenance. And I'm no pool guy, but AI can you can run a deep search report on all this stuff and figure out all these things that you didn't know before, then use that information to figure out, all right, this is what's wrong with my pool. And now my pool is crystal clear and not green anymore. It's stuff like that. That's how I definitely use my AI.
Yeah. Okay.
And Ryan, that's a great point. You made a reference, a deep dive.
Yes.
I love using Gemini because it literally has, as part of my personal account, it has the ability, if I want to go deep dive, it has a little button on there. It says, do you want to deep dive? And I'll deep dive and I'll give it some more context of what I'm looking for. So I am huge into using that and getting more information, not only for the subject matter, but even for myself to learn more.
Absolutely. And the beauty of those reports is that you can actually use those inside of your own GPTs and say, use this information and only use this, and don't call upon these other things. And so you are just streamlining exactly what you're thinking. And it's a really cool experience.
I love it. Well, we're hearing from Mark Jarrow here. What's up, Mark, South Florida? He says, ChatGPT is my go-to, but everyone keeps saying Claude is the one I should be using, and I can definitely tell you I did a presentation in Claude. ChatGPT couldn't even produce it, but for everyday questions and tech stuff, I like it.
Yeah, Mark, I tell you, Claude can build you a website. ChatGPT can be your best friend and might be able to give you a tiny HTML code, but Claude is really for more coding and stuff like that.
Yeah. And Mark is absolutely right. I don't even, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't use ChatGPT much anymore because I've got Gemini and I've got the interactions with Notebook LM and all of the different Google AI Studio tools. But one of the cool things about that piece is I am still, and I cannot get rid of it, I have probably 200 different Gamma presentations. I am in love with Gamma. And when I use my Gemini activities along with the details that I've been giving it, and I feed that to Gamma, my presentations are just wonderful. And I just come up with ideas. So I love that one as well. I loved ChatGPT in the day. I'm weaning off it.
Weaning off of it.
Yeah.
Like a baby weans off a bottle, on to
Yes.
Claude and bigger things.
Bigger,
And
better
Gamma.
things.
I agree. I've used Gamma. Gamma's awesome. Would love to hear from the people in the audience. Like, what are your favorite AI tools? But to like get back to the main topic that we were talking about in terms of like the human, how better humans will lead AI sales. Of course, you like Gamma. Salespeople like Gamma for Dex. But can you just close us out on telling us like how will better humans lead sales, or how better humans will lead AI sales? And also,
Yes.
like, what are some actionable tips that small businesses, most solopreneurs can do to take action on this?
So think about it again: bigger, better, faster, stronger humans to lead AI sales. Because again, and we were talking about this together with Ryan and myself about being in that infinity loop. If we've uplifted our capabilities as humans and we now are using the AI tools for our sales, it could be anything from the marketing side of SEO, AO, all those fun things, to how to present to a potential client, how to activate and retarget potential clients, all those processes, and then automating those processes and leveraging that automation activity. We're a part of it, but we started up on a higher level rather than at a basement level. We're now in the first floor of being able to help that AI and create more sales and a deeper funnel, and to be able to draw through. We now know where they're going to fall into the funnel better. It's a lot of different activities with that I love.
100%, definitely. Well, Mark says, I've heard a lot about Notebook LLM. Need to get on board and start looking into that more. Yes, heard that. And then we've got Doug here saying, I like to leverage multiple LLM Gemini Notebook to Claude and some ChatGPT to build and research. Yes, definitely. Thank you for sharing that, Doug. All good stuff. Let's talk more AI with topic number 2, how AI search is changing buyer evaluation. Can you kick us off that, Ryan?
Yes, of course. All right. So as y'all all know, search has been changing drastically recently. We're all dealing with, as we're talking AI, AI modes on Bing, AI modes, Copilot on Bing, AI mode on Google, stuff like that. It's all happening to everybody right now. And we all have to learn how to get through your information through that system so you can be presented. But what's happening is the changing in the buyer behavior is happening through the fact that 10 blue links like you used to have whenever you used to search on Google won't be the thing anymore. Right now, people are more talking to their AI companions, asking them actual questions, things that are actually concerning them, and they are wanting the answers for. And that's how people are currently doing their research. So instead, what used to happen is that people would, inside of SEO, people would talk more about keywords and things like that. Now, those are still great and still relevant, but what needs to happen right now is that we need to figure out what customers are actually asking and then answer that question on your website, your Facebook, everywhere else. So then that answer can be provided to the people that are asking it. Otherwise, you'll just have keyword stuffed websites that aren't answering anything, that look like a marketing brochure. If you can make it answer more questions and be more personable to the actual customer, people will be able to find you. So that is what's currently happening is in people doing their searches online for businesses, for stores, for everything else. It's not just keywords anymore, it's questions.
Yeah, definitely. Long tail questions.
Definitely long tail questions. And honestly, the way things are going now, it's changing the way you have to think about how people do search. I mean, you can't just sit there and say, I mean, for me, digital marketing, Tyler, Texas, that's not gonna do anything in this AI world. I need to tell people exactly what I do. So I'd say AI search. Who does AI search in this area? What different web design firms in Texas do this? Things like that. Things that people are actually asking, and not just trying to pinpoint a keyword and trying to get in where you can. It's about answering the questions and being the answer for everyone else.
Nice.
Yeah, remember back in the day when we were kids, who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Mhm.
Now we have to really answer those questions to be able to get that information and to give them and lead them down the path. And so I've got marketing staff where we sit down and we go through those 6 components: who, what, where, when, why, and how. And let's build that up for them to be able to put that into these. And that's the cool thing. It's not just Google search anymore or Bing or whatever. It's now these tools. So if you can answer those and you can get that information into it and deployed, man, who, what, where, when, why, and how goes a long way again.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not just keywords. If you're answering the questions, those questions will end up on Perplexity. They'll end up on ChatGPT. They'll end up on Gemini. They'll end up everywhere. If you're answering the questions that people are asking, it's not just a search engine anymore. It's an entire AI network that your answer can be there.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All good stuff. Well, I see there's 8 people on YouTube, a few people still on LinkedIn. So we want to know, what do you all think here in the comments? And I don't know, same thing let's wrap up this topic, how AI search is changing buyer evaluation. If someone has not done any GEO, AEO, AI SEO, whatever we're calling it these days, if someone has just not taken any action on that, what would you say is the first thing they should do to address the changing buyer evaluation?
Well, one thing that has to be addressed is inconsistent information. If AI can't tie you to one source, then it's going to be harder for it to quote you. So you have to make sure all your information is correct through all these, your Facebook, your Instagram, everything else points to the same stuff. And what can happen as time goes on or whatever, we change the addresses, we change whatever, and all these different databases have different things. We have to make sure that information is correct. And any of the information that we present about ourselves is also uniform, so it can show up as well.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. And so, backlinks and just being on socials, still good stuff to do. Creating content like this show, all still good stuff to do. Well, thank you for sharing that. We have 2 more really good AI topics. So Chris will be kicking us off on AI helps you sell with the right tools. And then we'll be ending with what makes businesses visible in AI search. But we will get into those right after this brief message.
This is Mike, also known as Clean with Mike on Twitter. Mike hired a virtual assistant from Cherry Assistant about 2 years ago. Now he has a $50K per month business fully managed by a remote operator in South Africa. His VA from South Africa does the following: closing inbound leads on the phone, Yelp and Google and Facebook, manages his CRM on Go High Level, deals with rescheduling, cancellations, any issues, hires and manages the cleaners, and sends them daily reports and updates. Mike has a fully cash flowing business managed by a remote operator for only $8 an hour. You can also hire a US equivalent worker in the Philippines, South Africa, Latin America for a fraction of the cost with Cherry Assistant. Be like Mike and grow your business with offshore staff.
Yes, be like Mike. And if you're listening on podcast, we're showing a menu of services right now, including but not limited to lead generation, CRM management, prospecting assistance, sales presentation preparation, data entry and cleanup, customer support, project management assistance, and so much more. At Reviting, we help B2B founders, executives, brands turn their live streaming into a real revenue channel. One live stream turns into a podcast. It turns into a social clip. It turns into email content like a newsletter and actual sales conversations. You get to have a lot of conversations with people when you have a podcast or a live stream like this. And if you want to be known, trusted, and remembered in your industry, without being online 24/7, worrying about your posting. This is what we do. Just head on over to reviting.com and let's build your show.
I want to give a quick testimonial for the Reviting team and Jessie. I was really nervous about doing lives. And so thanks to Jessie and her team, I've now been doing them for, I think, 7 or 8 months now. The other thing is they very much have helped me increase my reach and online presence. So thank you, Reviting and Jessie.
One of the problems that we struggle with is getting our brand out there. What Jessie and her team have been able to do for us is to take advantage of LinkedIn and the idea of going live on LinkedIn and using that platform to its fullest extent through the way they're able to take the live event and break it down into bite-sized posts. Their team shows up very organized. They were able to take what was limited in terms of how our brand shows up, but actually turn that into visualizations for the different shows, the video clips that are being taken, as well as the content within the posts themselves.
Jessie, I love what you and the team do. You make it so easy for me to get in, have a meaningful conversation with some amazing guests, and then watch the post-production. But I've been picking up 50 followers a day just because that content is resonating so well. And I've had a number of people reach out to me who want to be guests on the show. So it's working across a lot of different channels for me, and I can't thank you enough.
I love our customer testimonials. It never gets old. Thank you. But let's get back into these hot topics. So AI helps you sell the right tools. AI helps you sell with the right tools. So how does it do that, Chris?
Well, you've got to pick the right tool for the right situation and for the right ecosystem. I tell this story. I was with an organization that is one of our clients now, and they were going to use Canva with a 22-tabbed Excel spreadsheet. Mind you, that's horrible the way it is. But they were going to use Canva as a dashboard. And I'm like, wait a second. Canva is a marketing tool where you build these really pretty little flyers and activities and things around there. And yeah. I was just perplexed. And so, first of all, you got to find the right tool in order to help you sell. And there are plenty of great tools out there that you can find. You know, you talk about Go High Level. It's a fantastic tool. It's got automations. It's got all these really cool activities that are integrated into it. We actually started using it about 4 months ago and have started putting it through our paces with our different websites for our companies and our different automation processes. So tools like that are really going to help your team first level set everything, then go in and attack. And I'm a big believer in you need to be the one that goes to attack prospects. You need to make sure that they go moving forward because they're not going to just come to you willy-nilly. And so using tools like that, they're a Go High Level, you know, there's HubSpot and stuff, but I like Go High Level better. And then the tools around it. We made reference earlier in regards to things like Gamma and other stuff like that. There's great tools that are AI-based that will help you sell, help you present, help you to get those contracts in front of people's faces. And doing that in a very timely and clean way is such a benefit compared to what I was doing 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And it's wonderful for us to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And I love that you use High Level. How cool. And when you say, for me, it's like, yeah, you're so right. Using the right tool for the right thing. But then sometimes it's like, well, you might already have a tool that does that. Like, especially with High Level, you know, it's like someone was talking about email warmup. Oh, well, guess what? High Level does that too. Okay. Now someone's talking about AI employee. Well, guess what? AI does that too, or High Level does that too. So yeah, it's just like tech is there. It's kind, I don't want to say it's dying. SaaS is kind of dying because AI can do so much. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the time, the things we need, the tools we have might actually already do it. Do you find the same thing, Chris? Probably, especially with High Level now?
That is a great point because you look at some of the tools that not only we have, but others have, and they don't even realize that they have these capabilities built into them. And so you're trying to educate them. And it comes down to a couple of components with it. When you look at some of the executives up above, they have no idea what tools you have. And so they're just like, okay, we've got to be able to do this. Well, then you've got tools that have been in the organization that need to be updated or upgraded. And they have these great new components to them that they don't have because they haven't updated it. They're sitting on something that's 5 or 10 years old. And there's a great component in there. And that's how we found Go High Level, GHL. We were using HubSpot and it was just not working for us. Well, it just so happened that a good friend of mine's company was getting some great leads and some great activity and and I just said, you know what? Let's update. Let's make sure that we've got all this in one nice, neat, clean, concise package, and let's start utilizing that. And that's how we go and talk to our customers or our prospects as well. What are the tools you currently have? And we can lay out with them, well, you've got to update this one. You're on version 3 and they're on version 9 or version 11. And you go through that process and it really helps them out. But it also educates your staff on some of the things that are going on in the future and how these programs are going to be updated when you talk to them.
Yeah. The program should definitely work for you these days. We don't need to work for the program anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your take on all this, Ryan?
Well, I think that yes, there are so many tools that can be taken over by AI, and it definitely at this juncture in time, things need to be researched, and y'all need to look into what you're currently spending money on and what you could be cutting because something else can do this thing for you at a cheaper price or even better than what it's currently doing. And you're not also just think of it this way. If it's a software on your computer, if you have AI, you can do it on your phone. It's stuff like that. I mean, if it's things like that, you got to explore these things and to make your life easier.
Sure. 100%. And if it's something real simple, you might be able to just build the app yourself in Lovable or something like that.
Yes,
for sure.
Like my Lovable.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I would love to know what people in the audience are using and what you all think about this topic. But yeah, I mean, the right tools. So AI helps you sell with the right tools. What would you say are some of the best AI selling tools?
For me again?
Yeah.
So the best selling tool I'm going to say I have fallen in love with it. It's GHL, Go High Level. I love the tool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I don't have any affiliates, no nothing with it.
Not yet.
Not yet. But hey, you
I
never
can
know.
help them out.
I really enjoy working with the tool.
Yeah.
It's made my life so much easier and my teams. I do have staff members overseas as well and in Africa and such. And so they use it. I use it. I get to see the reports. I get to see where the flows are going, the funnels, how everything is putting together, the automations. We just put together, we've got 9 landing pages that we were just working on, and everyone is inside there. Everyone has got its own, when you download a document, how everybody gets their name, email address pops up. All that works seamlessly inside of there. So it's wonderful to be able to utilize that. So I'm just going to praise GHL on that from a sales and automation standpoint.
I'm so with you. Yep. I just saw they rolled out today in beta. You can use AI to write your automation. So just tell AI what you want and it'll create the automation for you.
Well, I'm going to have to look into this GHO because I have not been using this at all.
We white label it. So it's, if you just get it for yourself, it's $97 a month and you get 3 accounts with it. So you get, one CRM and then like 2 sandboxes basically, if that's what you want. But for us, we white labeled it. So we call it app.reveting.com. And then we have our own account and then all of our clients have one. So then we make all their podcast booking forms through there. And then when people book, all of their guest information comes through and we can do all the automations through there. But yeah, it's very budget friendly compared to some of those other ones you were mentioning, Chris.
Oh yes, very much so.
$97 a month doesn't sound bad. Yeah. And being a person that's, an agency, owner, that is one of the hardest things is trying to go out and keep the sales cycle going whenever you're trying to do the work yourself. That's just the hardest thing. I mean, you have to do the work and you also have to sell. So it'd be great to have an AI model to help me do all that.
Yeah. I definitely feel that. Had to take a big breath on that one for
Yeah.
sure. Oh man, especially I don't know. For us right now, it's a little bit of a tough time, and I know for many business too, the economy is hard, marketing's getting cut, and so yeah, really leaning into AI employees and just doing the grunt work yourself, but having to sell it yourself too. And having a tool like High Level is not only budget friendly, but yeah, it is super helpful. I wouldn't be able to do it without it.
Yeah.
But we don't have to talk about High Level. I make this a high level ad. But anything else on wrapping this topic up in terms of AI helps you sell with the right tools, Chris?
AI is going to help you in a number of different ways. And let's step away from GHL for a moment. So think about how you're going to be able to look up these prospects. I can literally go on my phone and I can find anybody on whatever when I talk to my Gemini, find this company and find these people as part of that company. The ability for my AI tools to be able to help me faster. I've got up my largest trade show of the year coming up, and it's been helping us with our promotions, with our activities, scheduling of our Instas and X's and LinkedIn's and everything for that. Plus, I've got with my Gemini, I will literally sit in meetings and I will turn it on and I will have that in whisper flow recording my meetings so I remember what's going on. Love my whisper flow, by the way. And you just sit there and let it run. And then, hey, do an evaluation of what we just said in this meeting. Then that helps. And then I can use that for when I'm going back to prospecting them. So there's so many different tools that are out there. It's a wonderful time for us to be in the sales and marketing arena.
Absolutely. It's so fun. But let's get into this final topic of what makes businesses visible in AI search. So we did get into this a little bit earlier, but what really is the secret sauce, Ryan, that we need to know to be visible in ChatGPT and Claude? And,
Yeah.
when someone asks about live streaming, I want Reveting to come up. Like, how do I really do that?
All right. Well, here I've been doing a lot of research the past year and a half, trying to figure out how this stuff is working. Obviously, it changes all the time, but there are always things that do happen that you can monitor and make sure, is it doing it this way? Is it doing this way? But what I have to say about what makes a business visible, I already talked about making sure your information online is consistent. If it's not consistent, then you're going to confuse the AI. You're going to make it want to choose someone else. It would much rather have all your ducks in a row before it starts recommending you. So the number one thing is make sure your information is correct. Another thing is that I have currently been employing and I see a lot of success with is that in my mind, I always think about talking to a machine when I'm talking to AI. And one thing that is, as a coder, that I always do in all my websites is include schema. It's LD-JSON schema. It is in the back end of your website. And what it does is it tells the search engines, the computers, the robots, everything else, exactly what you're trying to say on the website. It's not visible on the front end of your site. It's only on the back. It's either done through microdata, JSON, or something else. But this information can be picked up by these AI bots and they use it. And the fact that you have it on there will actually, you'll gain more visibility through it because one, they're looking at the front end of your site, which has the information, and then also the back end of your site that tells them exactly what you said. So you have a little confirmation. That is a huge thing that I've been doing recently that I don't think everyone has been doing. I know that Google says that it has nothing to do with the AI mode, but I can tell you through what I've been researching and seeing is that does actually have an impact on how your information is showing up online and on AI, period. So that is one thing that definitely needs to be looked at if you're a designer or anything else.
Okay. So, wow. I mean, you still kind of need to be a little bit of a coder. Is that what you're telling us, Ryan?
Well, if you have to have a code mindset. So you can always ask AI to help you with the code. And now you can always load it up and it not run. And then you have no idea what it is. And that's on you. You got to figure that out. But it can always recommend better things to you that you're not currently doing. One thing I know for a fact is, I use it. I ask Perplexity. I ask ChatGPT, all right, what are some certain areas that we aren't targeting here? And let's deep dive and figure out how we can answer these questions and stuff like that. I mean, there's always things that you can do inside of ChatGPT that can help you with your, coding and what you want to add to your website and things like that. But yes, no, I'm 100% proponent of schema. I think it is something that's vitally important on your site, and I don't think enough people are using it.
Okay. Schema.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Tell us, Chris.
Load it up, put it in there, make sure it's on there. So they're tracking it and they're tracing it. And then ask your AI tool, what is the best way for my company to be recognized inside of Gemini, ChatGPT?
Yeah.
How can I leverage what we currently have with where we want to be able to be seen? Ask it questions to, again, help you. And I made this reference very early in the conversation. I asked my Gemini questions, very easy. People use AI as hey, find me this recipe, or hey, find me this, or hey, well, act it like it's a technologist. Hey, you are a web-based technologist running SEO and AEO campaigns. I need to be seen inside of ChatGPT, Gemini's. How can my business better be seen and grasp the capabilities of whatever with these tools, so I'm seen and I'm relevant to these organizations?
Did you just copy my Claude prompt?
Hi, welcome to my LLM I just stole from you, Ryan.
Yeah, that's you're 100% right, Chris. And actually, you brought up earlier about looking up people inside of an organization and how they're going to be, who you want to present your information to and everything else. Well, one important thing is, I mean, if AI can't find you, it can't present that information. So Correct. That is one thing. That's why I say schema and these things are vital, because you are solidifying that, yes, this person works here. You can add, person schemas, you can add event schemas, you can add business schemas. There's so many different schemas that can be added that a lot of people don't know about, and because they're just not in the realm that we're in. But it is vitally important, and a lot of people do skip it, especially the people that are doing Wix and Squarespace and all this other stuff that I built my site, I'm doing great. These people are going to see in the future, if they aren't doing this stuff, they aren't going to be showing up in AI. Nope. It's just going to be a pretty marketing website. If you don't have that information present, you might as well be invisible.
Ooh.
Amen.
Wow, good to know.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't thought about that in a long time. I know in WordPress, you can easily add your schema. We use Webflow now, so I'm like, did we do that?
Webflow's fine, but like Weebly, Wix, I mean, any of the ones, it's just the ones that people are going to do it themselves on, that aren't seeking professional help. They're going to see that it's not going to pop up.
That's why I tell them to go to Lovable. All you have to do is talk to text, and Lovable will create you a really good website. And all you have to do is please make it available to the different AI tools that are out there scraping the internet. Please make it SEO friendly. Please make it all you have to do is, I literally click my function button and I talk into my Lovable app, and it creates everything every time I want to. Hey, add this document. It's so wonderful. And then you can put documents into the public folder in your Lovable that you can have just every keyword and AEO SEO capability on it. Nice. And it's in the back, because that's getting scraped as well from those organizations.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah, it's a new day.
It is. I mean, obviously, Chris and I have seen a lot. I mean, when I started, we still had mobile websites, and we had M. whatever. That's when I got into it, 2010 or whenever, or however long ago that was. But yeah, now, I mean, it's changed so much. I mean, I guarantee you, a lot of people don't even remember the M. whatever, and you have to have a completely, you have to have a completely different website for it, because it would fit inside your tiny little phone. It wasn't always about your
the
iPhone.
tiny phone, like the little tiny little screen.
Well, yeah, your BlackBerry, everything. Yeah, stuff
Yeah,
like
remember
that.
the Blackberries back in the day, so you could fit into the BlackBerry.
Yep. So you had, and then things evolved from that, and now we're into responsive design, and now we're all the way into computers that can help you design stuff, which is incredible.
So
Yeah,
amazing.
it's awesome.
I mean, what's going to be next? I guess we'll
Yeah.
be talking about quantum next, and we're already talking about that.
Essentially.
They are.
All right. Well, we've got Lauren Sermon here in the comments, another big LinkedIn live streamer. What's up, Lauren? But
Lauren.
yeah, that's a really great topic. We got through all 4 topics. I'm pretty sure. Let me just triple check. But yeah, we did. And I feel like, man, AI. How do we wrap up this conversation to sellers and marketers right now? Just everything we've been talking about in terms of selling with AI, visibility
2
with
words.
AI. Okay.
2 words. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared
Embrace
of it. It's not going to go away.
No.
It is
Yes.
only going to help you. And if you don't learn how to use it, someone else is going to learn how to use it ahead of you, and you're going to be left behind.
Exactly.
But your strategy is even more important now, because if you don't know your audience or your message and you're just doing a bunch of garbage, all you're going to do is multiply your garbage.
Yes, but embrace it. And as you embrace it, you're going to understand the different changes and the mentality around it, and you're going to keep growing your capabilities. And as such, it's going to bring everything together in a nice, clean, neat package. And then you're able to move forward with it. So
absolutely.
No, it's true. It's truly kind of like a mind expander, to be honest with you. It's the ability to kind of organize your thoughts in a computer realm. And I was never a note taker, but now I am. Like you, Chris, waking up at 2:00 in the morning. I have an idea. I'm going to enter it in before I go back to sleep. This is the kind of stuff I do. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff you can do now. I mean, obviously, when I was younger, I wasn't getting out a pen and paper and writing down what I thought. I was just thinking, if it was a good idea, I'll remember it tomorrow. And how many ideas have gone away that way? So,
Yep, not anymore. It's a new day.
Yes.
Well, with that, I think we need to get into the Guru of the Week. Could you take it away with that video, Layla? The Guru of the Week. Ooh, ooh. The Guru of the Week. Ooh, ooh. Literally sang that song like over 300 times, so I'm glad we fucking have a video for it. But the Guru of the Week, tell us who your gurus are.
So Ryan, go ahead. He's pretty cool.
I am my own guru. As I said, I've been doing a lot of research on this topic for about a year and a half. And I have not many followers on Twitter, but most of my information that you want to look at that shows my research is on Twitter, on rbales86. It is my research showing, all right, I did this one thing, and let's see how it affects, going forward, how long it takes to change, what this did, stuff like that. Experiments that I'm doing for myself, but I'm also presenting to you so you can have an idea as to how this stuff actually is working. So I think, obviously, I believe I'm a good follow because I can help you learn through what I'm learning.
Oh, I love that. When you can help others and you can help with your mistakes, like Einstein used to do, and move things forward, that's awesome. You are a guru, Ryan.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chris.
So I didn't think I could say myself, but you know what? I should have. No, I'm kidding. I actually picked a really good business friend of mine, somebody that I've known for over 20 years. We worked at the same company together over 20 years ago. His name is Michael Keene. Michael is an incredible technologist. He's somebody that works in the data center spaces. He works in cloud spaces. He's down in Iowa. He is just a fantastic individual. Knowledge, technology, data centers, business acumen. He's been everything from a basic technologist all the way up to presidents of companies and divisions. And he is just a wonderful person to have conversations with or to go listen to him speak somewhere, because he will help you and help you in any way he possibly can. So Michael Keene, you are my guru of the week.
Awesome. Love it.
I love that. Congratulations, Michael Keene and Ryan Bales. You are gurus of the week. Amazing. So good. All right. Well, thank you for sharing your guru of the week. I'm gonna go follow. Actually, Ryan, I just realized we're not connected, so I'm
Well,
gonna
we
send you
got
a
it. Yeah,
LinkedIn
come on,
connect request.
Jesse. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
same.
watch all my mistakes.
Likewise, yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
be seeing me on your feed hopefully all the time. You can
Yeah.
tell me all my mistakes, and
Mm.
hopefully I have mistakes because when it comes to posting, I don't want to look like AI. I want to look like a human.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
So
You do.
sometimes when you like leave the period out, or you kind of mess up your grammar.
The spacing or the M dash or yeah.
Yes, it's a whole
M-dash.
strategy.
Yeah.
Not
M
the
dash
M dash.
was at the very beginning. That M
It-
dash was the biggest clue.
Totally.
No one
Even
ever uses
still,
that in their typing.
you'd think ChatGPT would like it smart and like remove the M dash, but
Well,
yeah,
you can tell it to.
you
can,
do. But
yeah.
like you have to keep telling it over and over and over
Oh
again.
no. You just you
Like,
gotta
plug it into the history, like
Yeah.
or yeah. I don't know why mine didn't. I feel like I did
it'll
that. But
always
maybe I checked
if you
that.
yell at it enough times, you'll remember don't ever put out an M dash.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great point you just brought up, Ryan, is you yell at it. You
Yeah.
yell and tell them that they made a mistake, or you tell them, where did you get this information from?
Yeah.
Did you make up this And they start to learn and they start to get better after you yell at them. I've only had to
They
do it
do.
a few times, but I love yelling at them once in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you call out their mistakes, it definitely corrects course real quick.
It's like
I
yelling at a
might even say
3-year-old.
cuss at them a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I can have a little bit of potty mouth, so I may drop the F-bomb here or there at my chat, and I might even threaten to go to Claude if they don't get it right.
Yeah.
And they really pull it together sometimes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more M dashes.
No more N dashes, damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I need to make sure that that's in my history because they still keeps, we use AI to write posts for businesses. And so we do a ton of content and they just keep sneaking in there. And I'm like, I don't know where this came from because I told it a million times.
And
I
the
digress.
spacing and the sentence structure sometimes gets a little off too. So you just got to watch out.
You really do. Yes, the sentence structure.
Yeah.
But
I combine
those
that with
sentences
Grammarly.
are yeah. Say again, Chris.
I combine it then with Grammarly. I have it do some work and then I put it together with Grammarly. And then Grammarly changes it so it's never 100% from a bot.
Ooh,
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah, Grammarly really gets at it.
I wonder if you could integrate Grammarly with it.
I haven't been able to yet.
Okay. All
Well, I have-
right.
I'm sure Chris could figure it out.
I'm
what
sure
you
he could.
can do is you can have it. So if you have, let's just say I'm using Gemini and I've got it as a tab on my Google Chrome, Gemini will have the little G button in where I've put my LLM and where I've put my question and comments and stuff. It will be there, but it will not come out in the answer.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. That's a good one.
That's why you have to copy it, put it into a Word document or something, and then let Grammarly go to town on it.
Yeah. Okay. Just don't put Grammarly on your LinkedIn because LinkedIn doesn't like Chrome extensions, and it alters LinkedIn, and then they shut you down apparently. So be careful with that one. But anyway, we want to know a little bit more about both of you before we all log off here. So if you could both just tell us a little bit more about who it is you serve, how you serve them, and if they could be served by you, how do they reach you? Could you kick us off, Chris?
Oh, sure. So who do I serve? So I serve organizations typically running SAP software anywhere around the world. If you're running SAP, you're going through the largest upgrade cycle in SAP's history. And so we help organizations with that activity. How we serve them, we provide them their licenses, their application management, their support for SAP, their hosting for SAP, and activities wrapped around that. And we provide that 24/7, 365. And the best place to find me is either at a coffee shop or a bourbon bar via LinkedIn. So I travel the world literally 50 weeks out of the year. I've already made Delta Diamond status this year. Find me on LinkedIn, hit me up, tell me you saw the podcast or the LinkedIn lives and activities, and looking where I'm going to be. I'm all over the globe. I'm actually heading to Orlando, Amsterdam, Belgium, New York, Nashville over just the next couple of weeks alone. And I love to meet people. I love to chit chat. I love to listen, try to help if they need it. And I like doing it over coffee or a bourbon.
Nice. Well, this used to be called Whiskey Wednesday. I should have maybe brought the whiskey back out, but the sponsors didn't love it at one point, and yeah, all that. So we dropped it, but I'll have to bring it back.
Yeah.
But we want to know more about you, Ryan. So who it is you serve, how you serve them, and if they could be served by you, how do they reach you?
So I handle a lot of small and medium-sized businesses. What my firm does is we're a typical firm. We handle the web design aspect, the social media design aspect. Obviously, as I've been talking, a lot of, as I call AI SEO or AEO or GEO, that is our main bread and butter now. We are making sure that everyone in the Texas area has at least heard about this and knows that it's going to be the future, and everyone needs to kind of hop on now or they're going to be left behind. How do you reach me? You can reach me at balezindler.com and also at Bale Zindler on Facebook and on Instagram. I also have another website called aiseotx.com, which is just it's a Bale Zindler offshoot site, but just talks 100% about AI SEO and kind of what we do and who we serve with that. A lot of local restaurants, a lot of local lawyers, e-commerce people. We don't discriminate. If you ever need any assistance with these things, don't hesitate to contact me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you both so much for being here. This has been an excellent episode. And yeah, both of you shared so much information. I learned a lot. And I know that our audience did too. And we're going to have another really great episode next week. If folks are able to tune in, here's who we have. We have Aaron Pelicano Cobble and Jimmy Gibson. So more marketing and sales conversation right here, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are starting to blow up on Spotify. So in the last 30 days, we've gotten 10,000 downloads just on Spotify. So if you are a Spotify listener or maybe Apple Podcasts, we are on every podcast platform. So just search Wednesday and go back and binge these episodes when you need some inspiration in sales and marketing. But until next week, thank you all for coming. And thank you again, Chris and Ryan, for being here. I'll see you both backstage.
Thanks, Jessie.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Jessie. Have a great night.
You too.
Too.